read lots of books with Minna and Pip. And this has the same characters. Minna and Pip are the characters in here. The author and the illustrator are the same person. Her name is Nancy Elizabeth Wallace. What do you think this word is?
Fly.
Fly. And this is a rule breaker word. If we tried to sound it out, it would be monarch. But it's actually monarch. Fly, monarch, fly. So these are the butterflies. The monarchs are the butterflies that fly all the way they can fly over oceans. They can fly. It's amazing how monarchs can go to migrate every year. And then they have babies, and then the babies know to come to the exact space, or the exact place like sea turtles do. It's really cool. Okay. Look. This word says recipe. Look at this, how cute. For butterfly sandwiches. So what you do to make a butterfly sandwich, you make a sandwich with a filling you like. And then you ask your grown-up to cut it into halves. So in half. Then quarters. So they cut that way, then that way, and then that way and that way. On a plate, arrange 2 of the sandwich triangles like wings. Add a carrot stick to the center for the body. A little cherry tomato or a grape tomato for the head. And then 2 little thin celery sticks or pretzels or something like that for the antenna. Doesn't it kind of look like a butterfly?
Yeah.
I think so. I wish that they'd made 2 wings on each side, though. Right?
Eye butterfly.
Yes, it does look like an eye butterfly. One blue sky day in late summer, Mom and Dad asked, "Who wants to go to Butterfly Place to visit the monarchs?" Me, said Minna. Me, shouted Pip. So this book, look, they're reading a book, and it says, "Hi, Monarch Butterfly," and they're having butterfly sandwiches. They rode their bikes to Butterfly Place. The summer air smelled flower sweet. The late summer sun warmed them. Butterfly Place, where monarchs reign. Not reign like rain in the sky, but like where monarchs are the kings and queens. They were greeted by the Butterfly Man. "Hello, I'm Bert. Welcome to Butterfly Place in Milkweed Meadow." "Hi, Bert," said Minna and Pip. "It's a great day for an egg hunt," said Bert. "An egg hunt?" asked Minna. What do you think they mean? Think it's Easter?
No.
Not if it's late summer, right? What do you think they mean, Ellie?
They're going to try and find butterfly eggs.
Maybe butterfly eggs, right. So there's milkweed that butterflies like to eat. And this little sign says save the milkweed equals save the monarchs. "Yes, let's go look for butterfly eggs," said Bert. He handed them magnifying glasses. Remember, that's a science tool that makes everything look bigger. You'll need these because a female monarch's egg isn't much bigger than the head of a pin. So they're teeny tiny. Mama started singing, "A hunting we will go, a hunting we will go." So there's a picture of a female monarch laying 1 egg. And then there's Bert's. Let's try to read this. Bert's big blue bag. "Look, Minna, I'm an EGG," shouted Pip. So Pip doesn't really know what EGG makes, but what does EGG make? Egg, right. So the egg stage lasts 4 to 7 days, depending on the weather. When you look at a book and you see spaces between the words like that, that means that the author is asking you to spell it instead of say it. So EGG. The little dashes in between mean to spell it. "See if you can find a tiny egg on the underside of these milkweed leaves," said Bert. They lifted and looked. "I found one," said Minna. "It looks like a teeny igloo." Remember when we watched that video and they look like a little tiny little eaglet? It's so cute. It does, said Bert. The female butterfly looks for healthy, tender milkweed plants. She lays only one egg at a time. Guess how many eggs she lays all together? I know, said Minna. More than 400. I read that in my butterfly book. Wow, that's a lot of eggs, isn't it? 400? Bert took a picture out of his big blue bag. When an egg is ready to hatch, a teeny tiny caterpillar nibbles a hole in the eggshell and wiggles out. The eggshell is the teeny tiny caterpillar's first meal. Ew, said Minna. Sounds crunchy, said Dad. Do you remember how we saw the little caterpillars eat the egg?
I never saw that.
Well, you weren't here, buddy. Bert took a ruler with pictures on it out of his big blue bag. The teeny tiny caterpillar munches milkweed day and night with its very strong jaws, said Bert. It grows bigger and bigger and bigger. Minna and Pip joined in. So that's how small, look, when it's very first hatched. Teeny tiny. Bigger, bigger, bigger.
Uh-oh.
Yes, ma'am.
I didn't really see the teeny tiny one very good.
How?
Because it's so small.
It's just what?
It's so small.
I know. Well, that's why they use a magnifying glass. Minna read, milkweed leaves provide food and protection. Milkweed, hey, I learned something new today. Milkweed has poisons in it, but they don't hurt the caterpillar. If another animal or bird tries to eat the caterpillar, the poisons make it taste terrible. The caterpillar's yellow, white, and black pattern tell predators to stay away. Isn't it cool how nature works? Look, said Pip, now I'm a caterpillar. And I'm a bird who wants to eat you up, said Dad. Stay away, bird, stay away, Pip giggled. So the caterpillar stage, that's when it's called the larva. Can you say larva?
Larva.
Right, and it lasts 4 to 7 days, again, depending on the weather. And I've got a joke for you. What did one monarch caterpillar say to another monarch caterpillar? Let me try that again. What did one monarch caterpillar say to another monarch caterpillar?
I don't know.
I want some chocolate milkweed.
No.
Ha ha.
That's funny.
Right? I found a caterpillar, said Minna. It's yellow and black and white. Do you see the long black antenna or feelers on the head and the short antenna on the rear? Asked Bert. Yes, said Minna. Near the head, do you see the 3 pairs of small, true legs to walk with? Remember, insects have 6 legs, so these are the true legs. So that's what they actually walk with. 1, 2, 3. And then on the other side would be 4, 5, 6. I see more legs in the back. They're stubby. See the stubby legs? Those are claspers, said Bert. The caterpillar uses them to grip leaves, so they hold on with those.
So they don't fall.
Right, so they don't fall off. Cool, said Minna. Bert looked in his big blue bag. Who wants to molt? What's molt mean? Do you remember? What's it mean?
Metamorphosis.
Well, it is like a part of metamorphosis. Remember, when you see cicadas, if you find a cicada shell, remember it has gotten bigger and it's outgrown that shell, so it leaves it behind. Me, shouted Minna. Here, try this costume on, said Bert. Now you're a caterpillar, Minna, said Pip. A caterpillar eats and grows, said Bert, but its skin doesn't. When the caterpillar grows too big for its outer skin, the tight skin splits open. The caterpillar wiggles and wriggles out. Underneath there's new, larger skin. Shedding skin is called molting. Remember how we talked about snakes doing that too? The caterpillar usually molts 4 times. Then what happens, Bert? Asked Minna. Bert reached into his big blue bag. He pulled out a stuffed animal caterpillar. The fully grown caterpillar finds a safe place under a twig or leaf. Then it spins a silk pad using a special gland in its mouth called a spinneret. Spiders also have spinnerets. The caterpillar digs the tiny hooks on its rear end into the pad and swings head down. See if you can get the hooks into the white pad on this twig. So remember how they start doing that? We did it, yelled Minna and Pip. Bert took another picture out of his big blue bag. The caterpillar sheds its skin for the last time. So there it is, shedding its skin. What happens next, Bert? Asked Dad. Follow me, said Bert. It's not a caterpillar anymore, said Bert. What's it called? No.
A chrysalis.
Chrysalis. It's a chrysalis or pupa. I see a pippa, said Minna. In a tent. Let's go. So the pupa is another word for chrysalis, and it lasts 5 to 10 days. Yes, ma'am.
Did you know some kids they get stuck to both of their heads,
Some kids?
and then they have to share
Oh,
so kind of
yes. Yes, we'll talk about that in a little bit. Underneath the tent was a long table. On the table were 3 glass aquariums with net tops. Minna peered inside the first aquarium. So look, this is the pupa tent. Graham, can you throw that away, please? It shelters the pupas from the sun's heat, which is why I do not have our chrysalis over right in front of the window. We don't want it to get too sunny. They need light that's not direct. I see something that looks like a beautiful green jewel, said Minna. Bert said, that's a pupa. Amazing changes are happening inside. What's the fancy word? Metamorphosis. Minna looked in the second aquarium. Wow, wings! So there's how it started, and then as it gets more and more ready. When she looked in the third aquarium, Minna shouted, a butterfly! Bert said, the butterfly works very hard to wriggle out. Then it pumps blood into its damp, crumpled wings until they unfold. Remember, it takes a while. What happens next, Bert? Asked Pip. The butterfly rests in the sun for a few hours, so its wings will dry and harden. It's very important not to touch the butterfly until the wings have completely hardened, said Bert. Let's go out to the butterfly garden. Oh, I forgot to tell you. Be on the lookout for Big Sweetie. Big Sweetie? Shouted Minna and Pip. Is this Big Sweetie? Asked Minna. No, said Bert, but you're getting closer. So there's the last stage, the adult stage. So it takes 7 to 10 days to get there. Butterflies can live 7 to 10 days, or if it's a grown-up that migrates, 7 to 10 months. Butterfly, butterfly, flutter by, butterfly, flip, fly and flutter by, fleet, flying butterfly. It says say it fast 3 times. You want me to try it again? All right, I'll try it again. Butterfly, butterfly, flutter by, butterfly, flip, fly, and flutter by, fleet, flying butterfly. Whew, that's tricky. Look, the poisons from eating milkweed in the larva stage are still in the adult's body. So when it's a caterpillar, when it eats milkweed, the poisons stay in it even when it's a butterfly. So they still help protect it. If a bird takes a bite of a butterfly's wing, the poison will make the bird sick. So here we go. The amazing change from egg to larva to pupa to adult is called, what do you think that giant word is?
Metamorphosis.
Exactly, metamorphosis. Mom and Dad called, Minna, Pip, come over here. Minna stood very still. She whispered, the butterfly is drinking nectar. What's nectar, Minna? Whispered Pip. Sweet flower juice. I read that in my butterfly book. Can you see the proboscis? Do you see it? It's like a built-in drinking straw. A butterfly drinks nectar with its proboscis. Proboscis. They watch. So it's like a straw, kind of, like a sucker thing. The proboscis curls up when the butterfly isn't drinking. Here, said Bert, a pretend proboscis for Minna and one for Pip. Can I keep the the proboscis, Bert? Said Minna. You sure can, said Bert. Let's keep strolling. Isn't that funny? So it works like a party blower, except on butterflies. Hold on. Big Sweetie. Big Sweetie! It's a sculpture by Pierre Papillon. Dad read another sign. A butterfly's compound eyes are made up of lots of little eyes.
Is that a real butterfly?
No, that's not. It's a statue. Butterflies. I learned something new today, and I bet you all are going to too. Listen. Butterflies can see more colors than any other creature on Earth. Let me say that again. How cool. Butterflies can see more colors than any other creature on Earth. Scientists have figured that out. A butterfly smells with its feelers and tastes with its feet. Minna and Pip put on wings. When the colder fall weather arrives, said Bert, millions of monarch butterflies fly south to Mexico and Southern California. They spend the winter where it's warmer. This journey is called migration. Monarchs migrate thousands of miles. So, see, some of them even go, see how they go kind of over the ocean right there? So they go all the way. That's a long way to go for a butterfly, said Minna. How do monarchs know how to get there, Bert? They use the wind to help them. And their antennae help them know how strong the wind is blowing and what direction it's coming from. Monarchs migrate farther than any other kind of butterfly. When the monarchs arrive in Mexico or Southern California, they cluster in trees in cool, moist places. They're much less active during the winter months. In the spring, males and females fly north again. On their journey, they drink nectar and water. They mate, and the females lay eggs. They stop to rest along the way. Minna and Pip gave back the wings. Oh, one more thing, said Bert. What if my last name was Fly? Minna thought for a minute. Your last name would be Bert-er-fly. Bert-er-fly. Ha ha. They all laughed. We had a great time. Thanks, Bert. Bert said, hope to see you again soon. Here we go. I've got another joke for you. Why did the butter jump off the table?
What?
It wanted to be a
Butterfly.
ha ha ha. So, did you like that story? Did you learn lots of things about it?
Yeah.
And here's the parts of an insect. Head, thorax, abdomen, 6 legs, and antenna. Yes, Graham?